I will call council to order at 7 o'clock. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. Mr. Young, would you like to lead this?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call, please.
Kaver.
Here.
Myers.
Here.
Wireball.
Here.
Potter.
Here.
Sherrick. Here. Spiegel.
Here.
Young.
Here. Okay, you have before you the December 30th, 2022 Special Council meeting minutes.
I'll move to approve as presented.
Second.
All right, I have a first from Kevin Myers, and a second from Brenton Potter. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, same sign. Motion passed. Also, we have the January 3rd, 2023 regular council meeting.
Move to approve as presented. Second.
Okay, I have first from Kevin Myers and a second from Terry Spiegel.
Nope, Steve Young.
I'm sorry. You two sound too much alike when I'm sitting here. Mr. Steve Young. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, same sign. Motion passed. All right, granting permission for visitors to speak. Okay. No one available. Communications and petitions.
I have a letter from John Rostash. I am requesting the council place the following Bucyrus codified ordinance into the appropriate committees for review and update. 1301.08 building setback requirements to go to service and plating.
Okay.
I'll make that motion. Second.
All right, I have a motion from Mr. Wireball, a second from Mr. Myers. If there's no other discussion, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, same sign. Motion passed. Okay, standing committee reports. Plating, I do not have anything at this time. Public lands and buildings.
Nothing at this time.
Okay. Health and safety.
No report.
Okay. Finance.
No report.
Economic development.
No report.
Okay. Service.
No report.
And Mr. Mayor,
Nothing.
Traffic Commission.
Nothing on Traffic Commission to report, Mr. President.
Okay. So with nothing, we do not have to make a motion. Proceed to the city officers report.
Well, thank you, Mr. President Pro Tem. It's been a couple of weeks that we're working our way through Joyce's absence, and I wanted to commend a lady that's out right there, Kaylee Lewis. Wave your hand. And of course, Kim from the auditor's office have done a fantastic job. I think everything is they're doing an excellent job in spite of not having an auditor. So, and I've been signing a lot of things in her place, and we hope that the Republican Central Committee will appoint the new auditor by the end of the month. Citizens who are interested in running for elected office this year still have a few weeks to pass petitions, and I encourage you to consider serving the community for a term or two. We need good folks who have a desire to guide Bucyrus to a prosperous future, and if you have a heart for this community and want to see the best for this community, to sign up. Council terms are for 2 years, and all other offices are for 4 years. And information is on the Crawford County Board of Elections website. And I'm sure if you call them with other questions or stop in, they'll be able to help you get your petitions going or answer any questions that you might have. This community has had a long history of having people that are serving on these in these elected officials, and it's always good to see an abundance of people, and it's very important, especially now this time where we're having some budget issues, and so come and help out. That's all I got to say. That's all for my report.
Okay. Our Service Safety
Yes.
Director is not here. Would you like to?
I certainly can. I have his report. We have a referral. We want to refer the All Miller Service Road to Service Committee. There's another referral, 2023 Mill and Pave to Plating and Finance. Garbage schedule for the year has been posted on our city website and on our Facebook page. The Oakwood Railroad tracks, there's a tree that we're removing at the Oakwood Avenue Railroad tracks. Norfolk and Southern can repair the intersection. There's some information on the Locust Grove / Sulphur Springs water line. Jeff met with the Liberty Township trustees about the project last week. I think it went very well. And they would like to have a public meeting for the residents on next Tuesday at 7 p.m. at the Liberty Township Fire Station. So McKeever and Associates, as well as Jeff and I, will be able to answer any questions about the project. So the first page of the splash pad, the infrastructure has been completed, and we're going out to bid for the second phase in February. Or early March, with a completion date of June 1st. If you're not on the city aggregation for electricity as well as natural gas, I might add, you really need to be. A&P rates are supposed to jump in June. Our rate is locked in. Our natural gas rate is the lowest around. And, if you'd like to enroll, just call our office. 562-6767, extension 221, if you want to save some money. City properties that did not sell at the auction on August 15th, and we're preparing to advertise those properties again. And we've been meeting with Arcadis for quite a while now, but we have put together some options for our wastewater treatment plant, and we will be, having them come and make a presentation here sometime in this spring, or late winter, early spring. So, and that's Jeff's report.
Okay. Anybody have any questions for the Mayor for the Service Safety Director? If not, I have two items that need to be referred: the All Miller Service Road to Service, and the Mill and Pave to Plating and Finance.
So moved.
Second.
Okay. That's for both of those?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. All right. I have a first from Kevin Myers and second from Terry Spiegel for the All Miller Service Road referral to Service and the Mill and Pave to Plating and Finance. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, same sign. Motion passed. All right. Law Director.
So the Bucyrus Public Library, we're their taxing authority, and so we were in the midst of finishing up, and in reviewing the applicable law and discussing this with a specialist in public funding from Squires, Patton, and Boggs, it was determined that the renewal levy didn't go through the proper procedures and protocol. The current law, which was adopted by the state in 2022, has made significant changes. The process we will need to abide by is the three-step process, 4 steps, but the board of the Bucyrus Public Library would have to pass a resolution declaring the necessity of the renewal. I provided that to them, so hopefully at their meeting tonight they pass that. After that's passed, then the library board needs to obtain a certification from the Crawford County Auditor about the estimated property tax revenue. This then is used to then formulate a second resolution that needs to be passed by the board of the Bucyrus Public Library. And once they have passed both of those resolutions, then we would have to pass a resolution putting that issue on the ballot. All of this has to happen before February 1st, 2023, obviously. Because I'm not yet sure when the library will have its second meeting, I can't exactly predict, but we will need to hold a special meeting of our own board in order to pass that, in order to make it on the May ballot. The law is, I mean, I don't know, but it's fairly complex. So I don't know. It's my fault, and so blame me. I apologize. I have 3 referrals. The Ask Me contract is near complete, so that would have to go to finance to discuss. And then when we do Ask Me contracts, we also then do the manpower ordinance, which would also go to finance. And we also would have to approve the firefighter contract, which would also go to finance. And then at some point tonight, I need to discuss with you pending litigation, and that would be done in executive session.
Does anybody have questions for the law director? Okay, as you heard, he needs a referral for the Ask Me contract, the firefighters contract, and the manpower ordinance, all to finance. Do I have a
I'll make a
motion?
motion.
Second.
Okay. I have a motion from Aaron Sherrick and a second from Kevin Myers. If there's no other discussion, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, same sign. Motion passed. Okay. We do not have an auditor, unless
We have no reports.
there's no report. Okay, we don't have a report from the treasurer, the police chief, or the fire chief.
Correct.
So I need a motion to accept city officers' reports.
So moved.
Second.
Okay,
Terry.
all right. I got a motion from Aaron Sherrick and second from Terry Spiegel. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, same sign. Motion passed. Okay, visitors' input regarding reports of standing or special committees of city officers. Okay, no one. Okay. Consideration of proposed legislation for the first time.
Resolution number 202-2023, a resolution declaring the necessity of an election on the question of approving the passage of an ordinance amending section 189.012 of the city's codified ordinance to provide for the levy of an additional 1/4 of 1%, 0.25%, income tax for a period of 5 years to provide funds for the purposes of general operations, maintenance, new equipment, and capital improvements for the city's safety forces, including police and fire, including the payment of debt services charges on securities issued for those purposes, and declaring an emergency.
Okay, I need a motion to accept this as a first reading.
So moved.
Second.
Okay, I have a motion from Aaron Sherrick and a second from Dan Wireball. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, same sign. Motion passed. Public participation. Any member of the general public may present their input or comments on legislation that has been read for the first time. Okay. No one? All right. Consideration
Mr.
for...
President?
Yes.
I do have a question regarding the legislation that was just read for the first time. Question of the law director. When it says for police and fire, does EMS need to be mentioned separately since it's included in the fire department because it's a different use, or is it?
They would all come under the
Okay.
Bucyrus Fire Department.
Thank you.
Their contract is with the fire department and EMS.
Okay, thank you.
Is under them. Thank you.
Okay. Anybody else have any questions? All right. Consideration of proposed legislation for the final time.
Doing it. Ordinance number 67-2022, an ordinance amending and supplementing section 189.081 of chapter 189 income tax effective January 1st, 2016 of Title IX Taxation of Part 1 Administrative Code of the Codified Ordinance of the City of Bucyrus, Ohio.
Okay. Okay, I need a motion to accept this as the final reading.
So moved.
Second.
Okay, I have a first from Dan Wireball and a second from Terry Spiegel. All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, same sign.
Nay.
Motion passed. Okay. Public participation. Any member of the general public may present their input or comments on legislation has been read for the final time. Okay, no one? Okay. Okay, I need to refer back to the originating committee's proposed ordinance 67-2022 is referred back to finance, and proposed resolution 202-2023 is referred back to finance. Committee report on pending legislation.
Finance is favorable to proposed ordinance 67-2022 on the reduced income tax credit. Finance is also favorable on proposed resolution 202-2023 income tax levy.
Okay. Okay, for further consideration of pending legislation, ordinance number 67-2022, the reduced income tax credit. For the third reading of proposed ordinance.
We already did the third reading. That's the next step.
It'd just be a motion
Yeah,
to
do the
adopt.
job.
You just-
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm trying to. Do I hear a motion to adopt proposed ordinance 67-2022, the reduced income tax credit?
So moved.
Second.
Okay. I have a first from Mr. Spiegel, a second from Dan Wireball.
Spiegel,
Yes.
Wireball,
Yes.
Potter,
No.
Sherrick,
No.
Young,
No.
McKeever,
Yes.
Myers.
No. Proposed ordinance 67-2022 has failed. Okay, for the second and third readings of proposed ordinance, proposed resolution 202-2023. Do I hear a motion to suspend the rules, waive the reading of the caption and text, and declare it an emergency?
So moved.
Second.
I have a first from Kevin, a second from Dan.
Myers,
Yes.
Wireball,
Yes.
Potter,
Yes.
Sherrick,
Yes.
Spiegel,
Yes.
Young,
Yes.
McKeever.
Yes. Okay. Proposed resolution, I'm sorry. Do I hear a motion to adopt proposed resolution 202-2023?
So moved. Second.
Was that Kevin? Kevin and Aaron. Okay.
Myers,
Yes.
Sherrick,
Yes.
Spiegel,
Yes.
Young,
Yes.
McKeever,
Yes.
Wireball,
Yes.
Potter.
Yes.
Okay. Proposed resolution 202-2023 duly adopted. Do we have any old or unfinished business?
we needed to go into executive session.
That's next. Okay. None? Okay. New and miscellaneous business. I need a motion to adjourn into executive session to review pending legislation.
Litigation.
7:20.
Litigation, not legislation.
Litigation, I'm sorry.
Could you recite the motion you're requesting again, please? Make sure we get it correct so that we're not questioned on it.
I'm trying to find it.
You probably don't have it, but
I
you
don't.
need a motion to enter into executive session at 7:20 to discuss pending litigation pursuant to that.
So moved.
Second. Okay.
I have a first from Kevin and a second from Brenton.
And then you need to do.
Okay, roll call in that order. Call. Just Kevin. then.
Myers,
Yes.
Potter,
Yes.
Sherrick,
Yes.
Spiegel,
Yes.
Young,
Yes.
McKeever,
Yes.
Wireball.
Yes.
That's it.
Okay. We are adjourned in executive session.
Exit executive session.
I'll second that.
Okay. I have a first from Kevin, second from Terry. All those in favor? Oh, sorry.
roll
Roll call, please.
Myers,
Yes.
Spiegel,
Yes.
Young,
Yes.
McKeever,
Yes.
Wireball,
Yes.
Potter,
Yes.
Sherrick.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Mr. McKeever, may I make a motion to excuse our lovely president, Ms. Vermillion, for the evening?
Okay. I have
Second that.
and second from Brenton. All
No,
those in-
Young.
Mr. Young.
Mr. Young, I'm sorry. I'm looking down. I don't hear. Your voice carries well. All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All
We still
right.
have this and these two to refer.
Okay, we got that. All right, I also have several items to refer to. One is Rita. I need a motion to refer that to finance.
So moved.
Okay,
Second.
okay. I have a first from Terry, second from Dan. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, same sign. Motion passed. Also, I need for economic development, I have two items to be referred to that. One for Jared Miller, the Property Maintenance Board, and a revised Community Reinvestment Area Application, CRA application.
So moved.
Kevin
Second.
and Aaron for a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, same sign. Motion passed. Okay, I have for referrals for this evening, 1301.08 building setback requirements to the Service Committee and Plating Committee. Number 2, Rita to Finance Committee. Number 3, All Millers Service Road to Service Committee. 4, the 2023 Mill and Pave to Plating and Finance Committee. 5, AFSCME contract to Finance Committee. Firefighters contract to Finance Committee. Manpower ordinance to Finance Committee. Number 8, Jared Miller Property Maintenance Board to Economic Development Committee. Number 9, revised Community Reinvestment Area CRA application to Economic Development Committee. Is there anything else? If not, I need a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
I have a motion from Brenton, a second from Aaron. All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
And we are adjourned at
7:30.
7:30 PM.
When did we come